All right, it's lucky about that. I just had to do part two to that video. If you have not saw part one, I'll leave a link in the comment section down below. But anyway, I left off. We just read Mark the fifth chapter. So I wanted to go back to the book of Genesis. But of course, before I do that, I want to, of course, start off by giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All praises and glories are due. Anyway, going back to Genesis chapter 6. We'll start at verse 1. It says, "And come to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, that the daughters were born unto them. And the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose." Now here's a misconception. All right, the sons of God are not the fallen angels. The sons of God are Israelites. Okay, the Israelites are the sons of God. So the Israelites um, took wives of the daughters of men. Okay, because there's three classifications of men. All right, you have the sons of God, the sons of the wicked, and the you see, and the sons of men. Okay, I'll say it again: the sons of God, the sons of men, I should say, and the sons of the wicked. Okay, those are the three classifications of men in the Bible. Okay, so the sons of God represent the nations of the Israelites, right? They came and took the daughters of the other men, okay, the other nations. Okay, so this isn't talking about fallen angels. That's mythology. All right, that's not, you cannot find the word fallen angels in the Bible. It does not exist. That's just a made up belief. Just like, let me give another example. It's a made up belief, just like the belief that there's a place under the earth where people go and burn who do wicked. That's not true. The Bible says the good and the wicked go to the same place after death. So, that's just another false teaching of the Christian church. Okay, there's no such thing as fallen angels. There's demons, that is true. But there are not, angels that fell from the Most High, after they had a battle or something. That's going off. Anyway, let's go down to verse 4. Or you know what? That's really all we needed to get in that chapter. Okay, that the sons of God, they used the sons of God to say that it was fallen angels. I don't know where they get that from, because there's no reference to it, fallen angels in the book. There's no reference. So I don't know where they're getting that from. Okay, they're pretty much just making that up. Okay, but that's not in the scriptures. Okay, that's not in the scriptures. Okay, so we got that. Let's go to the book of First Kings. Bear with me. Okay. Almost there. Okay. Let's see. All right. Now I want to make it clear that I'm not, necessarily, getting into the entire story that they give. I'm just simply, addressing the topic of, the fallen angels and, giving understanding. All right. Because, let's put it this way. There's not fallen angels. However, there are, demons, or what people call demons. Okay, that's what I got to make clear, that there's not fallen angels, but there are demons. Okay, and that's what I wanted to, pretty much do the lesson on. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, and as far as Satan's fall from heaven, we're gonna get into that in a little bit. But I just wanted to show that there are demons. Okay, there are spiritual demons, but however, they're under the authority of the Most High. Okay, they have to do what the Lord, wants them to do. And right here I have the book of First Kings chapter 22, and let's start at verse Let's start at verse 21. It says, And there come forth a spirit, and stood before the Lord, and said, I will persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, Thou shalt persuade him, and prevail also. Go forth and do so. And now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of thy prophets, and the Lord has spoken evil concerning thee. Right, so clearly, you know, the wicked spirit, right, the false, spirit, you know, was told by the Most High that you have permission to go and do this evil. Okay, so I mean, how do you all, Christians get around that one? I thought that the Lord doesn't deal with, the left hand side, right, the demons. Well, I mean, clearly I gave an example of the Lord having a conversation with a demon, okay, and told him, yeah, you go do that. All right. Anyway, from there, let's go to the book of Second Chronicles. Okay. Second Chronicles chapter 18. Bear with me a second. Okay. Second Chronicles chapter 18 and verse let's go to verse 21. 21, inside joke. Anyway, let's see. You know what? Let's see. I might actually want to start a little bit above. Okay. Let's go a little bit above that. Second Ezra's, or not Second Ezra's, Lakia. Second Chronicles, chapter 18 and verse 18 says, And again he said, Therefore hear the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting upon his throne, and all the host of heaven sitting on his right hand and on his left. And the Lord said, Who shall entice Ahab, the king of Israel, that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one spoke, saying, After this manner, and another saying, After that manner. And there come out a spirit, and stood before the Lord, and said, I will entice him. And the Lord said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I will go out and be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And the Lord said, Thou shalt entice him, and thou shalt also prevail. Go out and do even so. Now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of these prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil against thee. Right, so clearly, just another example of the Lord dealing with demons, man. Okay, because what I'm trying to show is that yes, there are evil forces, right? Demons, or Satan, or whatever you want to call them. That's true. That is true. However, they are actually still working for the Lord, man. Okay, the Lord, has power over them. Okay, they're not, going around, fighting, angels, or whatever the church teaches. That's going off. Okay, that's going off. And don't even bring up, what is that, Revelation, the 12th chapter, right? Satan and his angels fought with the dragon, right? Or no, it says the dragon and his angels fought with the Most High and his angels. Now that was actually talking about, the dragon, which is what in this time, represents what the NATO and the EU, and their army, fighting against the Lord and the angels, okay, which is a future prophecy. That's not talking about Satan and the demons. Okay, that's not what it's talking about if you read it. Even though it might look like that, I'll admit that it does. But if you read it in its entirety, that's not what it's talking about. Okay, that's pretty much dealing with the demons now. Now I wanted to deal with Satan. Okay, is Satan the king of these demons? Are they getting his Are they getting their, I guess one could say, commandments or told what to do by Satan or no? And I'm going to answer that question. Okay, I wanted to go to the book of Job, let's go to chapter 2. All right, bear with me a second. Okay, almost there. Okay, Job chapter 2. Okay, and let's start at verse 1. Okay, and you see, hey, look, the verses we're giving you here, you don't hear this in the church. Okay, you don't hear this anywhere else, man. Okay, because nobody else knows what the hell they're talking about for the most part. Especially the church, though. Okay, anyway, Job chapter 2 and verse 1. And there was a day when the sons of Yahweh come to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And the Lord said unto Satan, From whence comes thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that fears Yahweh and hates evil? And still he holds fast to his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered the Lord and said, Skin for skin, yea, all that a man have will he give for his life. But put forth thy hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life. So went Satan from before the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot until his crown. But the point of the matter is that Satan clearly got, permission to do good and evil from the Most High, man. Okay, or I should say specifically, evil, of course, because that's what their, office is to do, is unrighteous, and wicked things. Okay, but the point of the matter is that they get that permission from the Lord, man. They're not just going around on the earth, causing, explosions, hurting people, they're not doing that. Okay, they're not doing that. Okay, they get their permission from the Most High to do, whatever they do, man. Okay, because the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, is the one who creates, good and evil, man. What is that? Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and I create darkness. I, the Lord, make peace and create evil. Nearly paraphrasing the scripture. Okay. Amos, what is it? Amos 3 and 6. For if there's wickedness in the city, has the Lord not done it? Right, so, the Lord, Yahweh Shai, is behind all the good and the bad in the world, man. Okay, that's just what it is. Okay, anybody who's not teaching that does not know the scriptures. It's just that simple. Anyway, let's go to the book of Isaiah chapter 14. Okay, because guys use this verse, or I should say chapter, to say it correctly, to talk about Satan falling from heaven. But they don't know it. This is not talking about that. This is actually talking about something else. Okay, this is the book of Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1. It says, For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and strangers shall be joined unto them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Let's see. Zlaki, let me see through it. I started a little too high. I meant to go down to verse 12. Okay, so this is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12. Anyway, it says, How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, and I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will also sit upon the mount of the congregation, in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou wilt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit, that they that see thee so narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, and did shake kingdoms, that made the world a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners, and all the kings of the nations? even all of them that lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave, like an abominable branch, and as the remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under foot. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land, and slain thy people, and the seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Right now, what is that talking about? And the answer to that question is this is talking about, Satan, as in, who is this Satan talking about, right? Or Lucifer. Lucifer is talking about, the so-called white men. Okay, Esau. Okay, Esau is what this is talking about. Okay, when Esau is taken down out of power, he's gonna go into slavery in the kingdom. Okay, so that's what this is talking about. This is not talking about Satan falling from the Most High, out of heaven after having a battle or whatever. That's not what this is talking about. Okay, that's not the interpretation of this chapter here. Okay, this clearly is talking about. Matter of fact, if you go up, let me see. Okay, if you go up just a little bit in the same chapter, all right, just to prove, because somebody's going to say, well, that's not true, Yash. Okay, well, yeah, it is. If you go up in the same chapter that we're reading, right, Isaiah the 14th chapter, just go up to verse 4. It says that thou shalt take this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how has the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Right, but the point of the matter is this Isaiah 14th chapter is dealing with the king of Babylon, which it wasn't talking about Nebuchadnezzar, but it's talking about modern day Babylon, which is what America. Okay, so anybody who disagreed, well, you got cut there, because it clearly said in the same chapter that it was talking about the king of Babylon. Okay, that it referred to as as Lucifer. Anyway, I want to get one more scripture. I quoted this earlier, but just for reference sake, we'll go ahead and get it. All right, bear with me. Okay. Okay. All right, Revelation chapter 12 and verse 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought with his angels, and prevailed not, neither was there found place any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, the devil, and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Now that's talking about the dragon, which is what, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and his angels, which represent his army. You have now you have something called this. What is it? The Space Force, right? The Space Force. Okay, which is what there to defend, the Earth, or specifically America, but yeah, the Earth in general, of course, from foreign invaders. Okay, I believe they came. What was it, like a year or two ago? They made that branch of the military, the Space Force. I believe it was Trump who did. Anyway, the point of the matter is that's what that's talking about there. Okay, so pretty much, we broke it down. Okay, we pretty much gave all the understanding that is needed. We could have went more, deeper into it, but pretty much that's all that we needed to show to prove the point. Okay, so hope that was an edifying video. Anybody that's made this far into the comment section down below, put hashtag, since tomorrow is New Year's, put hashtag 2021. Alright, just for a little fun. Alright, so hashtag 2021 in the comment section down below. Anyway, with that being said, all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yoshai, and I'm going to say shalom.